Ready?
Yeah.
Hi everyone!
Hello.
We're back with another product review from writtenchinese.com. Today we're going to be reviewing Skritter. Holly, have you used Skritter before?
I have a few times.
Yeah, what do you
it's
think?
Cool. Yeah, it's nice. I'm learning to write Chinese, so it's definitely come in handy.
Yeah, it's been a company that has been around for a while, but they're working on Skritter 2.0. It's still in beta, but it looks pretty cool. And they've got the app also for iOS and Android. So let's check out what it looks like now. Okay, so here we are on the homepage of Skritter. Ooh, and here's the screenshots for the app popping up here. Cool. It's a typical landing page that'll give you an idea of all the features that are here and the people using Skritter. And then it's got your price points here, so it's $14.99 per month, but you get a free 7-day trial so you can try it out first and see if you like it. Actually, they also have a demo. If you click this try it out button, or also at the top of the page, the try it out, you can see all the features and stuff without having to put your credit card information in, so both can work to check out what kind of a study tool it is. Basically, Skritter is for practicing learning how to write Chinese. So let's go in and take a look to see what it's really like to use the tool. Here we are now on the study dashboard, and if you hear a little bit of background noise, that's our colleagues eating lunch. So this is what you'll see when you first log into Skritter. So you've got the goal for today, and it's telling me, Nora, Joy, you have 9 items to review. So I can either review those right away, or I can check out some other stuff. So here's my streak. So this just says when I've been studying Skritter. So far it's just today. And then it tells me how many characters I've learned, 0, and the words I've learned here. So what's cool is that I can choose the list that I want to study. Ooh, they're getting rowdy in there.
It's their first lunch together since Chinese New Year,
Yeah.
so maybe they're all catching up.
Yeah. They've all ordered their Wai Mai, which is like takeout.
Oh, this is good. This is a nice feature.
Yeah.
That I used the demo and I've used it on my app and it doesn't have this stuff, so it's just really nice that you can choose those.
Yeah, so you've got tons of different textbooks, or they also have user published content that you can choose from. Or you can make your own list and it'll help you study that list. So as you can see right now, I've got the HSK 1, so the first level of the Chinese proficiency test. That's what I started out with, and they kind of prompt you to start with that one, especially if you're new to Chinese or you just want to refresh.
It's a good place to start.
Yeah, I've been learning Chinese for 8 years now, but I still like to start sometimes from the beginning when I start a new tool, just to make sure I catch any holes that are in my learning or have forgotten. So that's that, but you can check out all the other cool lists that they've got there. They've got tons of stuff.
That's great.
And they're also, they've been partners with ChinesePod for a long time. So they have some kind of integration with ChinesePod. So you can see here, ChinesePod.
That we reviewed last time.
That's right. So you can, oh yeah, if you haven't seen our review for ChinesePod, I recommend you check that out, because that's also useful and gives you a nice introduction to the features that they have, because it's changed a lot over the last few years. So yeah, you can sync your vocabulary lists with ChinesePod. So that's kind of cool. Nice. So let's go back to studying. Okay, so basically what it does is it tracks the time you've spent studying here, and then it gives you different styles of questions. So this one says draw the tone, which I'm actually curious about this, because this is the first time I've encountered a character which is a neutral tone character. So
how do you draw the tone?
I guess I just draw a dot. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some of this stuff, like, I wouldn't I wouldn't go into Skritter with zero background knowledge. I think it still needs to be accompanied by a Chinese teacher once you get to just kind of get you started with writing Chinese. But it does really help to enforce the characters. Let's see. Draw the tone again. So this was a fourth tone, so it should be like this. Got it. Oh, these are all draw the tone. Usually they give you a variety of... Oh, here we go. So now I'm supposed to draw the character. And this is my favorite feature. This is, I think, the strongest feature of Skritter, is that you have a chance to draw with your... I think on the app it will be even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're using your finger instead of using the mouse. The mouse is a little bit more awkward, but still works. So let's see. So it's asking me to draw the character Wo, which means me. So here we go. Let's see if I can get it. A little bit off, but still thinks it's correct, so that's okay.
Yeah, I think it's great because it's actually showing you the how to write the character in the right place, like, so it's balanced and everything, which is, those things are really important when you learn to write.
Definitely. Yeah, getting the proportion is really difficult to do, and it takes a lot of practice. I'll also say that you see just a blank screen here, but don't get intimidated because actually I've seen this character several times in Skritter already, so it already let me trace the character with the actual character there, and actually we might see that in one of the next. Oh, it's really trying to test me. Oops. Oh.
Nice.
Okay, pa. And it also has the audio, so you can hear what it's supposed to sound like, and you can favorite it, or you can ban the character if you never want to see it again.
Yeah, I noticed earlier that there are sentences, but the character is missing from the sentence wherever it's meant to be, which is kind of cool.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, and then you can erase it and write again, and you can also see. Okay, so here's where we can see the shadow of the character, where you can just trace it. But when they first introduce a new character to you, you can see that shadow there, and you can trace right over it, and it tells you exactly. Oh, somehow I got it wrong. You can see exactly how to write.
And what's this one here with all the...
so I think that one is exactly... So this is what you'll see when you see a brand new character. So it'll show you the stroke.
It's going to help you with the order.
Yeah. It's going to hopefully help me get it right this time.
I am finding this brush thing kind of a little bit distracting. It's
big
it's massive.
Ink blot. It is massive, yeah. I think also maybe because our screen here is really huge. Yeah. So it's got different stuff. So you can trace a character. It asks you to name the definition. It does the tone marks. So it's got just kind of a different, some different ways of studying the character. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole function of this. But it's got some additional information, which is really cool, which I love the mnemonics.
Yeah, that's a nice feature.
Yeah. So it gives you a clever little sentence to help remind you how to write the character. So it usually uses the definition and the pronunciation and usually some of the radicals too. If you aren't familiar with the radicals, definitely check out our app, Written Chinese. I mean, that's totally free. I'm not trying to sell something within selling something, but it's a good accompaniment to this one, and it's totally free. And there's a list of radicals inside that app that you can study, and you can see which radicals appear in which character, and that's really helpful because I don't think that Skritter has anything like that, so it might be a good companion.
I think so. Even when we first started to look at Skritter, you can definitely use them together, I think.
Oh yeah, they're definitely not competing. And then we've got more details of the character here. So we've got a definition, we've got an example sentence, we've got this mnemonic, this is what's really cool, is you can edit it, because different memory devices work for some people and not for others. Some of the ones that I've seen here, I didn't really, it's not how I personally would want to remember the character. Some of them are really good for me, and some of them not so much, so I might do some adjustments here, so you can edit them right in here, and it'll save it to your account. You can also change which dictionary is used here, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then this is another cool feature, which actually our app contains two, which I find a really, really helpful feature. It's the words containing the character. So it shows you compound words or bigrams, what we would call bigrams, two-character words, which include that character. So like 你们 means you, plural, you all. 你好,你的,你我. So 你我, you and I. So it gives you, and it gives you more if you want, all these different words that help you to use the character that you're learning. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Save. All right.
Cool.
So there you have it. So that's basically the study function. But I really love this page. Yeah.
Ooh,
I
that is cool.
Yeah, I always love learning stats. I find it really encouraging. Kind of motivates you a little bit. So it tells you when you've been studying, and it tells you how many minutes per day and your retention rate and all this stuff. So that's cool to help you track yourself studying.
I like it.
Oh, and don't forget you can also use it for Japanese too. So you can use it for studying Chinese and Japanese. Oh, and I like how, so when you first set up your account, you can choose whether or not to study simplified or traditional characters, but you can also study both.
Oh, great.
So it's like, for those of you who can't get enough of the characters, you can study both. And I think I've never seen that in any other
No, I don't think I have.
Chinese learning system, that you can actually do both. And I personally might do both, because sometimes seeing the traditional character helps you understand the character much better. Plus, then you'll be able to read stuff in Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, all those other places too. So that's really cool. So there you have it.
Excellent. So I just want to ask a few questions about
Yeah.
these. So the words, what is that section?
So words is a list of the ones that you've studied.
Oh.
Yeah. So it shows you
I
when you've
see.
studied it and when you're going to study it next.
Oh,
And then it
wow.
also
Okay,
gives
that's
you,
kinda cool.
yeah, and then you can batch, like, so I can select multiple ones, and you can unban or ban. Banning,
I was going to ask what's banning. What's banning? I mean, I can imagine what it means, but is it what I think it is?
it sounds really harsh, I think, for what it is, like, it's banned.
Yeah.
It just means it's dropped from your study list.
Okay.
So you can get it. You can drop stuff from your list, like words that you know by heart, and you don't want to waste your time studying them again. Yeah. So you can just ban them, but you can always unban words too. So this list shows you all the words that you have banned too. So you can very easily unban, you can
Right.
filter it and just see the words that you've banned, and you can unban them if you want to. And then it shows you all your starred words. So when you're studying, you have the option to put a star on any of the words, and then it puts it in this list for you too. And then it's got a list of mnemonics too, which is cool. Like if you've edited any, so it's your own.
That's really nice.
Yeah, so that's really cool.
I like it.
That's right. So if you've used Skritter before and you have comments or questions, feel free to put them in the show note or the video comment section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or on the blog post when that goes out too.
Yes, definitely. We love your feedback on this, and we hope you enjoy using Skritter. It's a really cool tool, and hopefully will help you learn how to write Chinese.
Indeed.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.